Hey, what's up, guys? But welcome back to Anime Talk here with Izzy.
And so,
And today's anime is Goblin Slayer episode.
5.
Good.
Yeah.
I think you got it. But whatever.
Yeah, boy.
Will be the title. Yeah, and that episode was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's like another day by day kind of episode.
It
Yeah.
was.
It was showing like how the Goblin Slayer. He's like, he's home now.
Yeah, it was basically like it evolved around him.
Yeah, and it was showing how every girl
episode.
is still falling for him, which I called. I told you.
Well,
I told you.
the blonde.
Hopefully the
blonde-haired girl
blonde
that
apprentice. Yeah,
It
hopefully
looks like she.
she
isn't.
better not. We don't need another girl. We don't need another fourth girl.
So it starts off with goblins. I forgot how it starts off.
I think it was the Goblin Slayer.
And,
He's
like,
helping. He's the
one
friend
with the red
redhead.
hair,
The
yeah.
friend that also is crushing on him. Not the redhead. They
I
were
hope- like Loki. I hope she dies.
because your prediction can come right.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was helping her with like some kind of errand into the city.
Yeah, because like he basically lives there, and so like I'm pretty sure he was looking for like goblin trail marks or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he was just with her, and like it looks like she does the paperwork for him, like going on jobs and stuff.
Probably, I didn't even pay attention to that.
Cause like they went to the town, they went in town, and then they went to where like you get like jobs and you get requests, and then she got a paper, and then she took it, and I'm pretty sure it was her. So I was confused. I thought, oh, is she like an adventurer? But she's not. So she probably does the paperwork for him, and before that, there's a scene with the 3 newcomers that the one they had the adventure with.
There was like a mini storyline with
It was like last episode, yeah. So it was with like the elf girl, the dwarf, and the dragon guy.
No, I was gonna say there was a mini episode because there's like also another story with two noobs.
Oh right, yeah. No,
because I think they did show some parts too in the beginning.
Because they were making fun of him.
But let's go back to the part where the party that they had together, the elf, the dwarf, and the lizard thing.
Yeah.
They went to go see the Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, and then they were like, hey, we have a request. It was the dragon god. Oh, wait, no, the dragon dude, he was like, hey, I have like a request for you. And then he's like, what is it?
Goblins?
No, he's like, do you have that, that
cheese?
That cheese?
And he has like a big one right now. Like, yeah, sure, fine, take it, I don't care. And
then he's like, scrumptious.
And he's like, just send me money into the to the guild or whatever.
Funny.
Yeah, and then the elf girl is like, so we're like gonna take like another job if you're interested in taking it. We're gonna be fighting demons.
And like she didn't say directly, hey, you want to come? She was just like, if you're interested.
If you're interested, And then she's like blushing.
And then the dwarf guy's like, dude, come on, just ask him. Like, you don't have to make it complicated, you damn girl. Jeez.
And then we go to the mini story. Let's go to the mini story of the episode where it was two
also
characters.
like as that happened, there is these 2 characters. I think this is where it started off. The one like a girl and a boy, and they were in the sewer, and then they were trying to kill rats.
just doing a normal adventure quest.
So it was like a request, and then the guy got his sword stuck, so he couldn't get out, and then a bunch of like insects came
Roaches,
out, and then they were like they were shocked, and then they ran away.
Because they didn't have anything to fight with, because the girl only has like magic spells, and she already used the magic spell.
Yeah, and it only
And
happened.
as the episode continued, you just saw parts of them. They're trying to do something about it, like they're trying to find the sword.
Yeah, so he wants his sword back, and like he does a bunch of things.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey guys, wanna lend me your sword?" No, it's our sword.
Now let's switch to where the Goblin Slayer was. He just finished the errands with the redheaded girl. He's like, okay, I'm gonna head into town and do stuff, and then the redheaded girl went back to her home, and then the Goblin Slayer met up with the blonde apprentice he had, the girl from the first episode. I forgot her name. I need to know her name. But yeah, she's the blonde one. Priestess, yeah. And she's like, I just passed the test.
Yeah, so like, looks like she took the test to be like a higher ranked adventurer, and then she took it, and then she got like, I don't know, like a ruby, I don't know what it was, but like
it was
she got like
it was
one thing above like her porcelain ranking, and she was like all excited. Yeah, I have to go tell my other priestess people. You know.
And she's like, thank you, you helped me out. He's like, I didn't do shit. And then she's like,
And
yeah,
then
you did everything. You did everything. And she went, I'm gonna go tell my mom. And then
and
she
then
went.
she left.
And then,
throughout the whole episode, that was the only screen time she had.
yeah, and then maybe like another transition. It was probably with the two characters again. They're like talking about, oh, I wish I could have a sword, you know, like, and then it goes back to the Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, and so they go, they get advice.
No, that's like towards the end. Let's just talk about, or no.
No, they get advice
In
from
the
like the different adventurers, like what to do, and then there's this girl, because they were the guy asked that one character, he's gotten some screen time in the past episodes. He's trying to like, you know, woo the request girl, the one that works there. I don't know if you know, but he has like orange hair, and he's an art.
The one with the girl with the purple hair all the time.
Yeah, he's like a silver ring, and so the boy tried like asking him, hey, give me your sword. Like, I need something. He's like, nah, bruh, it's too big for you. And then the girl with the purple hair,
she takes so long to talk.
Shut up.
No, I'm not the purple hair girl.
Oh,
no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the purple hair girl.
Yeah,
she takes so
that
long.
girl is so cringy.
Like, just take out what you need. Okay, she just took out her stupid. Let's just skip this part.
Yeah, so basically
she took out her candle.
Yeah,
that helps her find stuff, and she gave it to the adventurer that lost his sword. And then
she's like, you can sell it, but you can also use it. I'm like, oh, it's like, you know, it's better to sell it to buy like a sword. But I guess he's like, no, I want my sword. So that girl's so cringy.
Yeah, let's not talk about her. She takes so long.
So freaking cringy.
And then
please talk normally.
So it's like I'm an adventurer.
Okay.
And I have a weapon for you. And like that's all she literally.
But yeah, she drags her words like so. Hey, you know from Black Clover, Anyway.
Like that's see, like that's how long she talked, and see, look how long that took. We even say what we needed to say.
So right, yeah, he got the candle from her, and then they went back. But let's go back to the Goblin Slayer. No, let's go back to them actually. I don't know, like this is like not in order, but they also went to the girl that works there, the blonde haired girl. She's like the job request person. And then they just asked advice, like, hey, cause like they had friends that they're like, hey, go ask for some advice. So they went, and then she's like, I can't give you any advice. I don't like. I just give the jobs. Literally, that's all. But you could ask the Goblin Slayer. Yeah. And like, no, we actually talk shit about this guy, so we want to ask him. No, I don't. I'm pretty sure he doesn't give a shit. Yeah. And then they went to go ask him, and he's like, "What?" No, he's seriously he's like, "What? Goblins?
Goblins?
No, I don't like you. Get out."
And then they're like, we wanted to ask you some, like, you know, advice to how to get my sword back." And he's like, "Okay, well, this is what I do with the goblins.
Kill big giant ants.
So this is what I do for goblins.
Rats. How to kill giant rats. That's what they asked. And they were he was explaining how to kill goblins, but he's like, we're not killing goblins, or we're killing rats. He's like, I guess you could do the same thing to freaking, you know, rats or insects or whatever. Yeah, and he just gave him like some tips. He's like, maybe you should take a bat or a club, you know, maybe easier on you, and it doesn't make much of a stain. He's like, okay, I'll try it. And then they'll just talk about the part where they do try it. Yeah, so he did get a club, and then they went back to the sewer place, and then the girl had the candle, and then it was burning like if the candle gets hotter, that's where what you're looking for is. So they went to, like, you know, where they like the sword was. And then a bunch of rats were there, and then he killed it with the club. And he killed it pretty easily, and he's like, wow, I'm so good, you know? And then and then after that, there were a bunch of insects. The roaches are back. And then, I don't know why, but they get so scared because of the insects. Maybe it's because they're so big, but... They just look gross. You know, yeah. And then, I don't know, what's worse, killing a giant rat or a giant, roach? I think a roach is faster. Yeah. Maybe. I don't remember. Yeah, I think a roach is faster. Yeah. Anyway, so So, yeah, and then they ran away, like, they blasted. They did not want to deal with roaches. And it turns out those, insects, they eat everything. So, of course, they can eat the sword. And then there's the guy basically, you know,
He got sick and tired. He's like, I want my sword back. He started beating the living
Yeah.
shit out of each one. Blah
and
blah.
then he opened up one roach, and then he got his sword.
Yeah, and then they went back to the
Yeah.
guild. And then let's go to the part where the job request service person, she asks the Goblin Slayer for help because it turns out one of the people, like there's
One
someone
of her
like
observers to do like the testing wasn't there.
yeah, and she's like, I'm gonna ask the Goblin Slayer because I trust him to do it, and he's an
Honestly,
adventurer.
the Goblin Slayer would be like trustful.
Yeah, and
like,
then she
trustworthy.
asked him, and he's like, "Is there goblins involved?" And then he was walking away.
He's like,
And,
oh,
wait,
I don't wanna do
wait.
this."
He's like, wait. And she's like, wait. And
Like
he's
he
"What?"
literally opened the door. He's like, okay, bye.
And then she's like, I do still need your help with something. And it's like, what is it? It's like, I need you to be an observer. And it's like, okay, I guess. And then they went to the test, and then he was observing. He was literally not saying anything.
Yeah, he was just looking.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's like the test the priestess took. It looks like that's when you get like judged if you should be a higher ranked or like
Yeah, and
a
he
lower
and,
ranked.
and the one they were doing was like bragging. Yeah, so like I have a Ferrari. Oh,
I
by
got
the-
some new clothes.
Yeah.
Perfect for adventure.
He's like, also like let's skip to like silver rank, you know, or
yeah,
I think he
like,
was
no,
like,
not even. Like, let's go past silver rank.
you know,
new
just make
rank.
me your king, you know. And then
and then the
basically the service
There-
person,
yeah.
she called him on this bullshit. That's like, you're bullshit. You're full of
like,
shit. Where'd you get those clothes?
abandoned your friends for treasure and stuff. And then there's another girl that works with the other, like the blonde haired girl, and it looks like her power is like truth. Like if you lie in front of her, she'll know from like whatever she has. And so she's like, hey, dude, this dude's lying. Like he's a bastard, you know. And then he gets all like aggravated and
Someone's
he's
calling me
mad
on my
and
phone. I don't know who they are. 714-236. I'm not gonna answer that. I'm scared.
oh.
I'm
So what?
scared.
Don't answer it then.
I'm scared.
I get calls and like title scam likely.
But it's not scam. It would tell me scam likely.
I get other.
You know what? People
Calls.
they shouldn't be calling someone. Like if someone has my number, they should message me first. Hey, I got your number.
A lot of I get a lot of voicemails from Chinese people.
That's racist.
But it's true.
How
They
you know they're
speak
Chinese?
in Mandarin or like Cantonese. You know, they're Chinese. It's
If it's important, they should leave a voicemail.
yeah, but I
Right?
don't understand Chinese.
No, I'm talking about the person who was calling me. You know, like I'm not gonna call back. I don't know who you are.
Yeah, I don't answer anybody that's a number.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
answer
scary.
You're like,
It's
I
the-
don't have time. I don't
It's
have time for you.
No,
I don't
it's
know
the
you.
it's the unknown, you know. And when we hear someone knock on the door, we're like, we don't expect anyone, and we're not gonna open the door unless it's pizza.
Yeah.
That's the only
He's
person
my
that actually
buddy.
knocks on the door.
Pizza guy.
Anyway, yeah. So what were we talking about?
Oh yes, the guy was getting very mad. He was furious. He
Oh,
was
I got a voicemail.
enraged. Oh,
Let's
put
hear
it.
it. Let's hear it.
You have one new voice message. New message. Good evening, Cerritos Cheetahs. This is Josh, principal of Cerritos School.
Oh.
This is a friendly reminder.
Oh, it was a school. Still don't care. Okay. Wait, who? What did it say? I didn't even hear what it said.
The school name.
Oh, who cares? What the hell? Anyway, what's it called? What were we talking about again?
The guy was enraged. He was angry. He was mad. He wanted to punch somebody. He wanted to kill somebody, and they knew that. They were like the girl on the
He was
brunette
short.
girl. Yeah.
Like he had,
You had no right.
he had a
With that
stereothetic.
height, you have no right.
He has stereotypic, like he's like a stereotype,
Short,
and hot
rage.
tempered, or yeah. Like
Because short people are the angriest people.
I'm trying to think who else in
Like
anime is
Grumpy
short.
from the door,
That's
Seven
angry.
Doors. Asta's angry, but it's not like angry,
It's like-
angry.
it's
It's
like
like,
awesome
like,
angry.
Yeah, it's like
He sees cheese, he yells and screams.
who else is angry?
I don't know.
I know there are angry people. Jimin's angry because he's the shortest.
How
He's
about
pretty
Naruto?
short.
When he was short,
Oh,
He was
no.
kinda-
But
I-
he was a kid.
but still short.
He wasn't even a teen, bro.
He was a short.
Sasuke short.
No, Naruto's short.
You're short.
Anyway, what were we doing? Oh yeah, he was about to kill her. The job request
Yeah,
person.
and then there was like, he was so mad, and then it looked like he went at her with the knife, But then the Goblin Slayer came up and like he punched him in the face, or I don't know what he did, but he like knocked him out. But that didn't happen in real life. It was like a vision, you know, and it was like a warning for him. Like if he tries anything, he'll die by the hands of the Goblin Slayer.
And then the blonde girl's like, "That's my Goblin Slayer."
My Prince Charming.
I told you. She was gonna be hitting on him.
It's okay.
And now, after that, we had, what's it called?
Thank you, Goblin Slayer. Here's your cash. Here's your coins. Here's your medieval.
And then, after that, the Goblin Slayer was just observing, and then, the guy left, and he's still pissed. But the thing is, she was talking about how, did you already talk about how he can't, do any requests there or anything, any jobs?
Oh, right, she banned the
Yeah,
guy.
he's not allowed to do anything here. He's allowed to stay in the
adventure.
town, but he can't do any job requests here. He has to take him somewhere else because he's evil. and then he left.
No!
Yeah, and then he left, and then she was talking about how I feel so bad when I do stuff like that because you never know if they're gonna turn evil after that. Because he looked like it. Yeah. He's gonna come back. He's gonna do something.
It's like risky because there are good and bad adventures, and like it's like.
But that's how she points him out. If he's really willing to do that instead of trying to get back his honor, that shows he's evil.
It's okay, Goblin Slayer will take him down. He'll just see him as a goblin. And
he looks like a goblin.
Goblins must die.
Yeah, so
he's short enough to be a goblin. So, And then they're just talking about how
they were just talking normal talk, like dialogue, like
basically it wasn't that important. And he was like goblins, and then he left.
Yeah. And then she was blushing and stuff every time her friend kept mentioning about the Goblin Slayer.
Oh yeah, right. And then there's a confession in the end. She's like, "Oh, so he's the metalhead you like? Wow!" And then she's like, "What?" And she knows she can't lie because that girl, she'll know.
Yeah, that girl has like a lie magic spell or some shit.
Yeah,
lie detector, or something like that.
Yeah, and then it was out in the place. I don't know what it's called. But she's
You're talking about the next scene?
Yeah, the goblin, I don't know what it's called, like a guild, I don't know. Like the job request area, he got his money, he left, I don't know.
Oh yeah, he came back upstairs like, I'm going to take this job.
Oh yeah.
He's like, okay, because he got another job and the job requested him.
Goblins.
And then it showed, I think, another cutaway scene, and it was like this woman, I think, I remember. And I was like, that could be something to do with the priestess. I think,
this girl with long blonde hair.
Yeah.
And she has a white veil or whatever.
I think that could be the priestess' mom and something happened.
I think it's...
Or she wants him to meet him.
I think it's like something's gonna happen with them, a whole arc, a whole chapter for it.
Great prediction. 10 out of 10. Damn.
1,000 out of 10.
Damn. You know what's up.
10 out of 4.
You know what's up. That was horrible. Let's just end it. Alright guys, I think that's it for today's
I was promised egg rolls 5 days ago, and guess what? No egg rolls. My stomach
that's life.
has not had any egg rolls since
you know
last
who you're talking
time
to?
I ate
You know
egg
how you're talking like? That purple hair girl now. You're talking all slow.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Is it? I thought Thanksgiving was 5 days ago.
It was 3 days ago.
6 days ago.
It was 2 days
Alright
ago.
guys, that's for Anime Talk here. That was Izzy and So. This was a long podcast. And follow us on Anime Talk is now on Twitter and Instagram. You guys should catch our first episode that should be appearing on this Friday. It's going to be called Anime Talk, I guess, the weekly. And it's just going to be a weekly...
We're just going to talk about anything other than episodes.
We don't want to talk about episodes because it's spoilers for people who haven't watched it and they can't really... there's no home-based podcast. This should be our secondary content, and we're going to have our first content, primary content, every week on Fridays. Maybe, if we upload them right. If we don't upload late.
To those
and we'll
who
be
are listening.
Yeah, and we'll be talking...
Shout out to you.
Shut up. And we'll be talking about just, the big topics. I think our first episode...
Is Goku better than Naruto? Can Natsu...
Are you trying to cause a war? Are you trying to cause a war?
Freaking Sasuke.
We'll be talking about sub. We'll be talking about sub versus dub this week, I believe. We'll be talking about what anime, what we were excited about this week about an anime episode, but we won't talk about the episode. No spoilers. Maybe recommend an anime. Doesn't matter. We'll see. And if you have any questions or anything to ask us or about anime, you know what? We'll just keep it anime. Just ask us a question through Instagram or Twitter or YouTube itself, and maybe we'll bring your name out loud on that podcast. Just tell us if you want us to say your name or not, or if you want us to say the question out loud or not, blah, blah, blah.
You know what?
I think that's it.
I should pop that balloon right in front of the...
Don't pop anything next to them. Alright, guys. Catch you guys on another podcast episode.
This was so goodbye.
Shut up.